Hello guys, Scram here, back with another Minecraft video. We're going to learn how to make an auto sorting system in Minecraft. Let's get into it. The first thing that we need to figure out is how to make the module for the system, because this is an expandable system which can sort as many items as you would like to put into it. The main module here is pretty simple. It's 6 hoppers, a comparator, 2 redstone, a repeater, and a redstone torch, and 2 chests. So basically how this works is there's like a bypassing of items through this top layer here, and this is basically the sorter. This is the main thing. So basically what you need in here is 18 stone in the front and 1 stone in each of the other slots just to fill them in so that no other items can get through the sorter for this hopper. Once you put in extra stone, so let's put in some stone up here. So let's put in like 5 stone. It cycles down into this guy, which, if you could see there, turns off this torch. So let's put in a few more. So it turns off the torch when this exceeds 20, I think it's 22 stone. When this exceeds 22 stone, it turns off the torch, which allows for this hopper to take items on. But some parts of the system kind of hold stone in it and don't bring it to the chest. Like, as you can see here, there's 1 stone here, but there's none in the rest of them. But most of the stone got down here except for that 1 stone that was right here. So you do have to account for there being some items still within the system after you sort things through it. So the way we expand it is we basically just copy paste more of them. So as you can see here, we have 3 setups here. And then we have an input chest, which basically, if we put stone in here, it cycles it through the system and it inputs into here, which goes down to this chest, and this chest is filled up with the stone that we put into it. The issue with sorting systems, though, is some items you just didn't sort for. So let's say like oak wood. So all the sorting items that we have in here right now are diorite, stone, and dirt. So we don't have wood, but what if we put wood into the system? Well, it goes through, it basically checks, oh, is this wood? Nope. Oh, is this one wood? No. Is this one wood? No. And then the last one, we just have a hopper going all the way down into these 2 last chests, which put everything that we didn't use in the system into those chests. So it's really important, like swords and stuff don't really work with this system, so they get put into this like overflow chest, basically everything that didn't get sorted, because this sorting system only really works with stackable items, which makes it harder for non-stackable items. So then you'd have like a junk chest of like swords that you don't use and stuff, and you can just go there and pick up everything you want. One of the hardest parts of this build, though, like this is a pretty simple build. It's pretty self-explanatory. So basically, let's get into the facings for the hoppers. So these 2 hoppers face into the chest. This hopper faces into this hopper right here. And this hopper faces into this one. So this hopper is the one that we turn on and off with the torches. So if this hopper is turned off, this hopper cannot this hopper cannot pull from this hopper because it's not facing down. If this hopper was facing down, even though this hopper was turned off, this can still input into it if it was facing it. So we have to actually face this hopper away from it, so it is not pushing it into any inventory. So that makes it much easier for this whole setup. This is honestly one of the most important parts that you can't mess up for this to work. But as long as you have it facing not into this hopper, like you can have it facing out, you can have it facing, well, you can't have it facing into each other, because that'll also mess it up. But as long as you have it facing not into an inventory, it works just fine. So now you're wondering, like, but I kind of just want a chest right here where I can just put things into it and it sorts it out for me. Well, we actually have like an elevator system for items. I didn't want to use water because water is really bulky and you have to dispense it into the water. So we have a ton of droppers here just facing upwards, except for the top one. The top one is facing into this hopper. And so the top one just dispenses it into the hopper and then it goes through the system. This system is pretty much identical to this one over here, except for our input. So our input is these droppers. So this is like the main chest. This is like the main chest. I did mess it up a little bit because these blocks can't be there. But this is the main chest that you input all your items into. So like, let's put our stone in there and our oak planks. Our stone is filtering through this system, which this is kind of like a pulsar, which pulses the redstone, or it pulses the droppers to go upward. So if we look into here, you can see, oh, it's the stone's pushing itself up through the system and actually inputting it. So we actually ran through all the stone, and this is actually a fairly quick setup. So it's already filtered through all of our stone. So if we look down here, 44 stone right there. And then, oh, we don't have a thing for wood. Oh, it's ending up all over here. So it makes it pretty easy just to sort through items, and you can sort through like wheat, and like if you want an iron chest, like if you have an iron farm and you're inputting that into the system, you can just have it sort automatically to an iron chest. So yeah, it's actually a really easy setup. So let's take a look at how this pulsing works. So this comparator pulses into this block, which powers this guy right here, this repeater, which also repeats back into it, which causes a pulsing action every time there's an item in here. And this also pulses the other repeaters that allow it to go up. So this guy, this repeater here basically pulses it up to here, but we need it to get to the top one, so I had to add another repeater onto it, and you can just keep doing this if for however high you need to go. I just like to keep them close like this because it makes it easier for it to pulse up. But yeah, you can just keep adding these over and over until you reach the top of your system. Like if you want this to be 20 chests tall, it'll still work, but boy would that be a lot of iron, but it'd still work. Trust me, I've tried it out before and it does work. But it's honestly just a really nice setup for like, okay, I just went on a mining mission, boop, 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 boop. Let's throw everything into the chest and have it sorted out for me. So when I'm in building mode instead of mining mode, I can just grab the stuff that I need and go after it. You can also have these sorting systems. So you can actually have these sorting systems go into like into furnaces too if you'd really want to, but it's gonna be a little bit harder. You'd have to turn this, so you'd have this as the input to the top of the, see here, we'll just show you here. So let's do like this guy, and let's do a furnace. So let's say you have coal. Let's say you have like a stack of coal blocks, inputting it into a furnace, and you want to cook up some iron ore. So you basically need to filter this guy. So let's take this out to be iron ore. So and another kind of annoying thing about this is that you need to have 22 of the item before you can start sorting it for your system. So basically, well, you can put this with like, you can put like swords here too, but you need at least the 18. But let's show you how we can do a furnace style here. So we need to actually put the furnace right here and put this guy on top of it. So this would automatically input straight into the furnace here. Oop, we don't want those guys in there quite yet. We want to put the coal in there. And then actually we want to input from the bottom of the chest into, or the bottom of the furnace into a chest. So if we look at that, it basically works out. So if we have the iron in here. If we put the iron in this chest right here, let's watch it go. See, now it's automatically cooking and it'll output into this chest. It actually works really nice. You can just have it do that. And if you really want to, you can also, let's grab some more of that coal blocks. You can turn the one next to it into like a coal block one, like this guy. And then actually have, instead of this inputting into a chest, you have it input into the side of it, like that. So if we put in, so let's say we take out half here. If we put in the other half, watch it, yep, it'll fill up. So if you came back from a mining mission, you can just compact all your coal or just leave it as regular coal and do the same thing with regular coal here and have it just input into this chest, and the extra coal will be sitting in here that you didn't input into it, and it'll continue to burn. So it'll basically auto smelt all of your items when you put it into the sorting system too. That's pretty neat, guys, isn't it? Well, that's it for the video. If you have any questions, concerns, any changes that you think would make a good fit to it, comment down below. And please go follow my Twitch. I'm trying to grow that right now. And don't forget, this is the most important thing, don't forget to subscribe to get more content like this. See you guys next time. Bye.